Hello, Goddess Garden Book Club family. We are at book 11 in our journey through our 28-day challenge. And as always, I'm going to introduce the deep dives that are coming your way from some of the most amazing books that I'm fortunate enough to have in my library. As I mentioned before, this is coming from either books I've borrowed and read or books that I've owned or currently own, just recently purchased, and have read preparing for this. This has been a long time in the making. I don't want to give the impression that in February I'm reading a book a day. I have been reading on this journey some of these books for the better part of 2 years. And in particular, the book that we're going to review, The Peculiar Patriot, I've had in my library for over a year. And I had just sort of picked it up, but it's a short story and I hadn't really focused on it. I knew I wanted to read it. I'd read the synopsis, I was good with it, but it just sort of sat on the back burner for a minute. And then I opened the pages. And I'm going to let Dorothy do the heavy lifting and let you know what a great treasure this turned out to be. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Words like water nourish our mind. Literature's garden, self we find. GGBC, reading challenge, transforming February's dreams. Live as a cycle for birth, where past and future cling.
Good evening, GGBC family, and welcome to another chapter in our literary odyssey. I'm your host, Dorothy G., here to unravel the complexities of our journey through the powerful and thought-provoking tales that shape our world. Tonight, we gather to discuss Book 10 in the GGBC Challenge, The Peculiar Patriot by the extraordinary Liza Jessie Peterson, narrated by the author herself. Buckle up, dear listeners, because this one is nothing short of revolutionary. The Peculiar Patriot is not just a story. It's a dynamic and deeply moving one-woman play that blends humor, humanity, and harrowing truth to expose the flaws in America's prison system. Liza Jessie Peterson takes us into the life of Laquanda Betsy Ross, a fiercely loyal friend and peculiar patriot whose visits to loved ones in prison serve as a tapestry, weaving the personal with the political. This isn't your average narrative, folks. It's a bold indictment of mass incarceration, racial injustice, and the way these issues reverberate through our communities. There's something magical about hearing a story in the author's own voice, and Peterson's narration is no exception. Her voice brings Laquanda to life with unparalleled authenticity and emotional depth. You can feel every ounce of love, frustration, and resilience in her tone. Peterson doesn't just read. She performs, captivating her audience with each word and pause. This story is a masterclass in using art as activism. Peterson peels back the layers of systemic oppression with a sharp wit and a poetic cadence that resonates deeply with us as readers and listeners. The Peculiar Patriot invites us to examine our own roles in the societal structures that perpetuate injustice. It's both a call to action and a love letter to the resilience of those who stand against oppression, making it a vital addition to our GGBC journey. As the 10th book in our challenge, The Peculiar Patriot marks a turning point. It challenges us to step outside our comfort zones and confront realities that may be unfamiliar or uncomfortable. It reminds us of the power of storytelling to inspire change. And isn't that the essence of our GGBC journey? To grow, to question, and to connect? This tale, with its rich tapestry of humor and heartbreak, encapsulates everything we seek to explore this month. Let's talk about the brilliance of Peterson's symbolism. Laquanda's nickname, Betsy Ross, ties her to the fabric of the nation, literally and metaphorically. Through her visits and stories, she sews together fragments of hope and defiance, creating a patchwork quilt that represents the resilience of marginalized communities. It's a stark reminder that even in the face of systemic oppression, individuals find ways to resist and uplift. Here's one line that gave me chills. They think they've taken your freedom, but freedom is a state of mind, and I'm free every time I choose to love. This encapsulates the core of the story, that liberation begins within, and that love is the ultimate act of defiance. So, GGBC family, as we close tonight's session, let's carry the lessons of the Peculiar Patriot forward. Let it fuel our conversations, our actions, and our growth. Liza Jessie Peterson has handed us a mirror. Let's not shy away from our reflection. And remember, as Laquanda reminds us, Freedom isn't just a destination, it's a journey. In the meantime, and in between our time together, keep turning those pages. Stay curious, stay compassionate, and as always, stay peculiar.
Stories like February's renew a soul flight. Books open doors, pathways to peace. Embrace the transformation, never cease. Words like water nourish our mind. Literature's garden, self we find. GGBC, reading challenge, transforming February's dreams. Live as a cycle for birth, where past and future gleam. Every story, a chance to grow. From reflection, new dawn to know.